So it's this Indian dude that was driving my Uber the other day, and I left my phone in the car, right? So what had happened was I'm calling up Uber. I'm trying to call him. I'm not getting no type of response. And I'm like, oh my gosh, bro, am I cooked? Like, I literally was like, I don't know what I'm going to do without my phone. This is how I record. This is how I make my livelihood. You feel me? And literally, it got to the point to where I was looking up people experiences on Reddit. Like, how do I get my phone back, right? And a bunch of people were saying, oh, don't show up at their house. Be considerate. Whoop-de-whoop, right? Be kind, respect their privacy. But I ain't gonna lie, brother. Fuck all that. Nah, I ain't doing that, bruh. I tracked my phone to find my iPhone. I found out where he lived, and I pulled up on him, bruh. Give me my phone back now. You know what I'm saying? And what it made me realize is, a bunch of people always love to say, oh, be considerate of this, be considerate of that. But let me tell you something, bro. I'm not saying you should be evil, but genuinely, bro, good people don't be getting nowhere in life. Because imagine if I was just like, oh, well, let me respect his boundaries. I wouldn't have had my phone, and y'all wouldn't be getting this recording today, bro. Y'all wouldn't be getting this video dropped on your head, bro. Right? So with that being said, that made me realize that being a good person is overrated as hell. It's genuinely overrated, bruh. Because if you really think about it, good, quote unquote, good people, they don't have the cojones to get things done, right? Think about Thanos, for example, right? It's a reason why so many villains are relatable. You know what I'm saying? Not saying that you should do what Thanos did, but it's a reason why we all love a good villain, because in all of us, you know what I'm saying? We all recognize the truth behind what these villains stand for, bro. In truth, and when you watch a movie, when you see the heroes fighting for whatever, do you ever realize that the heroes is just fighting to keep protecting the current system, even if it's a fucked up system? How come none of these heroes is ever trying to fix the job market? Why Spider-Man not trying to cut down on rent? Why Spider-Man not trying to tell Gen Z, okay, let's open up some more jobs? Why he not? Why ain't nobody trying to fix the dating market? How about that? They want to keep defending this system that continues to take advantage of people that, are young. You know what I'm saying? The villains, we recognize, we sympathize and relate to them because we realize, like, oh shit, I'm not gonna lie, he low-key got a point. You feel me? Now, obviously, you don't want to go that far, but the point remains. We recognize that the villains are more relatable to us than heroes, because heroes just stand to protect a broken system. Villains is out here for real change. They gotta fix things, bro. That's why I say good people don't get things done, because they're so focused on trying to be the nice person, the good guy, that they forget things, bro. That's why the nice guy always finishes last. The good guy always finishes last, bro. I've literally seen this firsthand. I've seen situations to where there's a girl and there's two guys. And guess what? The guy that will do everything for her, right? Do this for her. Go buy this, buy that. Drive her here. Do whatever, bro. I've seen that. He gets absolutely no looks, no attention, whatever, bro. I promise you. He gets no love. You feel me? And you know why? You know why? It's because although she might be appreciative of you doing those type of things for her, bro, she's not going to look at that and be like, oh my gosh, I want to be with him. It's because people don't respect that. As messed up as it is, people view kind and nice people as less masculine. You understand that? If you are a very kind and nice and gentle person, you a gentle giant, whatever, they gonna view you as feminine, bro. They gonna view you as female. And if you a woman, bro, guess what? You being like kind and gentle, well, it's a little different for women. Like, but the point remains, you being kind and gentle and letting things slide, you never gonna get things done in life. You never gonna get to where you have to be. Sometimes you genuinely got to take matters into your own hands. Being a good person is just mad overrated. And what's crazy is when you take it to the next level, everyone tries to appear like they're such a good person. Everyone tries to appear like, oh, I'm so mature. You ever come across those people that are like, they act so mature? Oh my gosh. Well, like they use therapy speak and shit like that. Stop gaslighting. Stop doing. That's so annoying to me, because you're trying so difficult to be this upstanding person who's overly mature and whatever, right? But the reality of it is that's just a cope and a cover up, and it's a performative thing that you're doing in front of others to make it seem like you're higher than. So really, it's not rooted in anything solid. You're not even really like that. You're just posturing. And when all you do is posture, can't nobody respect that shit. Don't nobody respect you posturing, dog. And that's what 90% of people nowadays do. These days, all people do is posture, posture, posture. I'm a good person because of this. I'm a good person because of that. People love to take a dump on others because they were in certain situations. See, what you got to realize, bro, is that until you are in a specific situation, you can't make a judgment on it, bro. You can't make a judgment on something unless you actually in the situation, dog. You feel me? You genuinely cannot. There are so many times in my life where I said, damn, like I would do this or I would never. I remember when I was younger, bro. When I was younger, I had said to myself, like, you know what, bro? You know what, bro? I'm never gonna take a sip of alcohol. But until you in that situation, it's like you can't really say what you finna do until you actually there. Now, when you actually there, that's one thing. But actually, saying, making a judgment on something and not actually being in that situation, that's a whole different thing. And that's what a lot of people do. And they say like, oh, I would never do this. I would never do that, right? They try to be like this morally outstanding person when whole time, bro, you're just passing judgment because you don't know what you would do in that situation. You feel me? But like honestly, other than all that, this is what it really, really boils down to. And this is the main point of this video right here, bro. Stop trying to be a good person and just be yourself, bro. Stop trying to fit into somebody else's mold. Stop trying to appear like posturing up to others and things of that nature. Because guess what? It's all pointless. What's the point of you trying to posture up? You over here trying to look good for somebody else who, quite frankly, has no effect on your life, bro. It has no effect on your life and will honestly throw you to the side if they like honestly people don't really give a fuck about you like that. I'm just gonna be real. That's just ultimately what it boils down to. Be the best version of yourself. And when you are the best version of yourself, you don't have to worry about, oh my gosh, am I a good person? Do people like me? Right? Oh, this and this and that. Because that's such a pandering mindset. Pandering and shit, pandering to other people all the damn time. It's not gonna get you nowhere, brother. It's not gonna get you nowhere. All it's gonna do for you is it's just gonna make you overthink. It's just gonna make you seem like you're desperate to keep people around, keep friends, right? I used to be the same way. I used to be a people pleaser. I used to be trying to keep people around. Fuck all that, man. I ain't worried about that. I don't care if I'm a quote unquote good person, right? We don't even like good people, bro. Being a good person doesn't even like you hate like people don't even like being around like good people and shit like that. Let me break down why. When you in a group of people and somebody makes a joke that's kind of controversial, that's when you finally realize like, oh, this motherfucker actually kind of cool. Right? Oh shit, like he kind of cool. Like when everyone's trying to be super PC and considerate and it's like you don't really want to hang out with that friend group. You don't want to hang out with your PC ass friend group, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's why I be feeling bad for a lot of y'all that have work and then you have 9 to 5 these jobs, right? Not every single workplace. There's definitely some cool workplaces, but for most people in the workplace, you walking on eggshells, bro. That's the problem. You just walk on eggshells. You afraid to hurt somebody's feelings. You afraid to offend somebody. I'm not gonna lie. Living like that is not living. That's not living, bro. That's just you. That's just it's bull. It's just BS. That's all it is, bro. Stop trying to pander. Stop trying to, oh, I'm not gonna offend. Just say what the fuck you have to say. Say what's on your mind, bro. I remember there's this one Black Mirror episode. There's a Black Mirror episode to where it's called Nosedive. It's to where when people like you rate people on your phone, right? So imagine we had an interaction, right? And the interaction was real cool. I give you 5 stars, you know what I'm saying? Now imagine we had an interaction and it wasn't a good interaction. You give me 1 star, right? It's basically social media on steroids. It's like integrated into everything. And if you have an average star rating of like 4.5 and above, you get access to like mortgage and shit like that. It's basically like, imagine your Instagram, right? Imagine instead of like money, it's Instagram followers, bro, right? So it's like, oh yeah, you can't buy this house because you ain't got a high enough star rating. You feel me? So things of that nature, you get more privilege if you have higher star ratings and things that social credit score, basically. Yeah, social credit. So with the social credit score thing, I remember the main character ran into somebody at the very end. And at the very end, she found somebody that used to have a very high social credit score until one day her husband got sick. And when her husband got sick, guess what? Her husband, I mean, had a star rating like 4.6, and somebody else had a star rating of 4.7. And he was so sick he needed round the clock care. But because somebody had a higher star rating by 0.1, they gave away his treatment, they gave away his bed to somebody else, and the hospital was full, and that nigga died, right? So the whole point was the lady whose husband died, she realized at that point, all this shit is bullshit. All this shit is bullshit. 4'6", 4'7", don't matter. We all gonna live, we all gonna die. You know what I'm saying? She started saying whatever she wanted to say, however she felt like saying it. Fuck all the rules. Fuck all the rules. And her star rating went way down, but guess what? She was happy. She was happy. She didn't have to pretend. She didn't have to put up these walls. That's what social media does. You put up these fake walls. You lean into this fake persona. You act like you're just this person that you're really not. You feel me? So, anyway, let me know what y'all think in the comment section. I'm out.